Welcome, boys and girls, to yet another edition of Mr. Hayne's Quick Fix Math. Today we will be discussing quick fix and how to add and subtract negative and positive numbers using a number line. We also have a guest speaker on the show today, and he has difficulty adding and subtracting negative and positive numbers also. His name is Bustin Jber, no relation to Justin Bieber, and he uses math to help him remember quick fix solutions to math problems. So today, he has a short song that he would like to share. Without further ado, here is Bustin Jber.
I was sitting in Mr. Haynes' class yesterday. Mr. Haynes said, "Hey class, I got some math for you. You're going to be learning some new skills today." And I said, "What's that?" And he said, "Adding and subtracting negative numbers." And I said, "Oh man, I don't know how to do that." So I got mad. Real mad. I wrote a song about it. It goes like this. Oh, I never been so mad before. Come to find out I can't add no more. Positives and negatives are in my sight. My mind goes blank and out go the lights. What am I gonna do? What is 4 plus negative 2? Just when I'm about to give up the fight. Negatives to the left, positives to the right. Negatives to the left, positives to the right. 4 plus negative 2 now seems just right. Negatives to the left, positives to the right. Was a quick fix I learned from Mr. Haynes' website. Mr. Haynes said, "Good job, man." And I said, "Oh yeah, let's do some math."
Wow, thank you, Bustin Jber. So negatives to the left and positives to the right. That seems pretty easy to remember. Let's see if we could use that in our math lesson today. This guy is really good. He looks familiar too. Lesson 3.1. Adding and subtracting positive and negative integers using a number. Before we begin, as always, make sure that your handout of the lesson is in front of you before beginning. Number 2. Please plug in your headphones. Number 3. At any point during this video, you may pause or rewind to go back. I have 2 terms I would like to review with you that are important for this lesson. The first one is integer. Integer is a set of whole numbers such as 0, 1, 2, and 3, and their opposites, negative 1, negative 2, and negative 3. The next term is opposites. Opposites are the numbers that are the same distance from 0, but on opposite sides of 0 on a number line. Examples would be 2 and negative 2. 2 and negative 2 both have the number 2, yet one is negative and one is positive. If you notice on the number line, you'll see 0 with the green mark. 2 places over to the left is negative 2, and exactly 2 places over from 0 to the right is 2. If for any reason you need to pause this video to look over the terms, please do so. Negative and positive integers are used around us every day, and we just don't even realize it sometimes. One example would be when we spend or we earn money. If we earn money, that would be considered a positive number or a positive integer. If I earned $20 today, I would have a positive 20. If I spent $20, that would be negative 20. Also, a thermometer. A thermometer has positive and negative numbers. Right now, it's probably about 60 degrees outside. But it's a positive 60 degrees. It would be really, really cold if it went below 0 and started getting into negative numbers, such as negative 10. Ooh. Also, a football field, believe it or not. If the quarterback gets sacked and he loses 7 yards, that would be considered negative 7. Now, if he throws a really nice pass and makes the catch, that would be considered plus yards. Okay, so now let's get into adding positive and negative numbers using a number line. Example 1 is a positive 3 plus a negative 7. So positive 3 plus negative 7. Now, if I remember what Bustin Jber said, he said negatives to the left, positives to the right. Well, we can use that. You always want to start at 0. So we're going to go positive right first, because that is the first integer in our problem. So positive 3, 1, 2, 3. Positives to the right. Now, we have to add a negative 7. And since negatives are to the left, we are now going to go to the left 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We end up at negative 4. So let's review. We moved to the right 3 units. From 3, we moved to the left 7 units. And we finished at -4. So 3 plus -7 equals -4. Next problem we have is -2 plus -5. Now what's different with this problem is they're both negative, but that doesn't change anything. Negatives to the left. So we always start at 0. We're going to first go -2, or to the left 2. 1, 2. And now they want us to add -5. So we're going to go and continue to go to the left 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We end up at -7. Let's review. We moved to the left 2 units. From -2, we moved to the left 5 units. We finished at -7. So -2 plus -5 equals -7. Now I would like to take the opportunity for you to solve 2 problems on your own. The first problem is example 1. -3 plus -5 equals. Second problem is example 2. -5 plus 9. And that's a positive 9. I would like you to pause the video, complete the problems, and then press play afterwards and we will review. Now let's review our 2 problems. Example 1, -3 plus -5. So they want us to add 2 negatives, and negatives are to the left. So we always start at 0, and we're going to first move -3. So 1, 2, 3. And now they want us to add a -5. So an additional -5 units to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our answer would be -8. So -3 plus -5 equals -8. Our second example is -5 plus 9. Now, the first number is negative. Since we start at 0 and our first number is negative, we're going to move -5, or 5 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They want us to add a plus 9. So now we're going to go to the right 9 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We first started negative, which put us on the left of 0, but our positive number was greater than our negative number. And since our positive number was greater than our negative, it went back over the 0 into the positive realm of numbers, which is 4. Now I mentioned earlier that you could also use positive and negative numbers when you are spending or earning money. This would be a great example. Our example listed, we have -2 plus a positive 5. If we look at our number line and we start at 0, the dotted line represents how many we're going to move to the left for -2. 1, 2. Then they want us to add plus 5. And just like our problem before, the 5 is greater than the 2, or the positive number is greater than the negative number. So when we go 5 units to the right for positive, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we end up with a positive 3, and we went from the realm of the negative numbers to the realm of the positive numbers. Our answer would be -2 plus 5 equals 3. Moving on, our last example before our exit slip. Again, I'm going to ask you to pause the video, and this time we're dealing with temperature, above and below 0. Now a thermometer is similar to a number line if you turn it sideways. Notice, thermometer, number line. Our 2 problems are 80 plus -30, or 80 degrees Fahrenheit plus -30 degrees Fahrenheit. The second problem is 30 plus -40, or 30 degrees Fahrenheit plus -40 degrees Fahrenheit. The problems are done the same way. Please pause the video, use the number line that's printed on your sheet, and answer the 2 problems. Then hit play and we'll review. Okay, let's see if we can solve our 2 temperature equations. Our first one is 80 degrees Fahrenheit plus -30 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm going to go over to my thermometer, and right here on our thermometer it will show what temperature we're on. And notice where it says we're at 0 degrees. Just like on a number 9, you should start at 0. And we begin with a positive 80. So man, is it a nice day out. It's 80 degrees, I got my sunglasses on, I'm at the beach, everything is great. And then all of a sudden later on in the day, in the evening, it drops 30 degrees. So it drops 10, it drops 20, and it goes all the way down to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's see if we're right. Second one, 30 degrees Fahrenheit plus negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So, if we start at 0, we first have to go up or plus 30. So we go all the way up to 30 degrees Fahrenheit. And then we have to add a negative 40. So we're going to skip past down 0 because we're going negative, all the way down to negative 10, because that would be adding a negative 40 to a positive 30. Let's see if we're right. We got it. Okay, we're going to move on. I hope you enjoyed another edition of Mr. Hayne's Quick Fix Math. Today was adding negative and positive numbers using a number line. As always, we have an exit set. There are 4 problems today. Please complete the problems and hand them in. And that's all. Have a great day.